What's good, y'all? When I say P, I mean profit. When I say S, I mean seal. You dig what I'm saying, baby? Now let's keep it moving. Follow the feng shui. You dig it? Bienvenue in podcast Z, man. Welcome to the Z podcast. Um, and what I want to talk about with y'all today is mental health on this episode. Mental health is everything. Mental health is the new wealth. Mental health is the key to your freedom. Mental health is the key to your success. Mental health is your mindset. It's the way you think. It's the way you process thoughts. It's the way you behave. It's the way you know what I mean? It's everything. Your mental health is everything. I'm not talking about your physical health. I'm talking about your mental health. Your mental health is what going to determine your future. You want to know where you're going to be in the next 3 years, 4 years, 2 years. You better check your mental health, because mental health gives you the ability to properly evaluate every situation. Mental health is the only difference between a person who ain't sick in the body, in the mind, and another person who is healthy in the body and in the mind. Sickness is only because of mental health problems. You're only going to be sick unless you're mentally sick. If you physically sick, it's probably something going on in your mind that's making you mentally sick. Are you worried? Are you stressed out? Are you living in survival mode? Are you panicking? Are you anxious? Mental health is the only reason why you ain't able to reach your goals and overcome those challenges. Mental health is the only reason why you procrastinate. Your mental health is everything. Your mental health is going to determine whether you are a person who's the 1% or you're just like everybody else. What makes me stand out, what makes me different, is because I care about my mental health. I give a F about my mental health. You know what I mean? I'm going to do everything I need necessary to keep a healthy mindset. Whether that is sleeping, reading, working out, learning a new skill. You know, the mind is young as long as you want it to be, which means you have to constantly learn new stuff. You have to constantly feed it new information. And when you're not feeding your brain information, you're brain dead. And if you're brain dead, what does that mean? That means you are mentally ill. If you brain dead, you mentally ill. You if you ain't learning new ideas and you ain't learning new shit, you mentally ill. Because anybody who want to learn a new skill, anybody who want to learn a new way to live, you might not like the way you live. If you have a desire to want to change the way you live, you are not mentally ill. You're not mentally ill if you want to change the way you live. If you know you got to make sacrifices and you know nobody else can make these sacrifices for you, and you decide to do that for your own mental health, you are not sick. A sick person is a person who literally doesn't do anything to change their situation. Their mind, their health, their money, their habits. You know what I mean? Anybody that's around me, they gonna tell you like, oh yeah, that person, yeah, he cared about growth. You know what I mean? He cared about development. You know what I mean? All that being stuck and stagnant in one spot is because you're mentally ill. You think because you sick in the mind that somebody else supposed to be sick in the mind with you. No. You are your own best friend. You are your own worst enemy. You gotta sleep in your mind. At night, we all gotta lay down on our stomachs or on our backs or however you sleep. And we all gotta close our eyes. And whatever you got going on in your mind, in your brain, in your circumference is what's going on in your circumference. And that could be treacherous. And that's why mental health is important. Whatever you need to do to work on your mental health, you need to do it. Because I'm telling you, man, 2026, man, people getting exposed left and right. People who are mentally ill, they getting exposed. You can't live amongst us anymore. You can't live amongst people and be dead no more. Because somebody going to call it out. Somebody going to point it out. somebody gonna be like, man. So with that being said, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. If y'all got anything from this message, mental health.